Gemini. It's your girl, Javy. Hi, Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aquarius season 2021. Interesting energy, y'all. It's mutable air, fixed air. It's a lot for me to tap into. And you guys are just maybe just feeling the expansiveness. So be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Those videos, they're all rolling out shortly. For daily tarot readings, please check out my Instagram at justj_everything. And to see other dope shit I do, check out my website, justjeverything.com. Ooh, first card out. I'm going to go ahead and take it. 6 of Cups. Ooh, some of y'all might be thinking about we're dealing with a Scorpio. And that's funny because the first thing I wrote down here was temptation. And it may not be a Scorpio, maybe someone that you're having really amorous feelings about. There may be someone from the past, someone maybe a water sign around. But this is Venus and Scorpio, so some of you may be feeling like in Aquarius season, like you met a soulmate, or there's someone from the past coming back around, or you may be feeling nostalgia. For some of you, this is just like as simple as maybe hearing an old song that really takes you back to another time, another place, just something that really emotionally grips you. I didn't mean for cards to come out, and I can't help but read them when they do, but I want to get through my notes. Gemini, there may be something coming up about content versus the aesthetic. Focus on the content of things versus the aesthetic of things. That could be something that you guys are dealing with for sure. Because we are already in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde now. Mercury retrogrades on January 30th at 26 degrees Aquarius, and then it stations direct at 11 degrees Aquarius on February 21st. The post-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde in Aquarius is going to be ending on March 13th. So the majority of Aquarius season, your ruling planet is retrograde and is in Aquarius, and so there could be things starting out really lighthearted and fresh, and you thirsty for knowledge, and it could it just could take a turn. So get ahead of things. It may become investigative. Some of you may be dealing with obsessive thinking or being rebellious, and that could be a part of that rebellion. Maybe considering thinking about stuff from the past, being in the past. Some of you may be just thinking too outside of the box. It could be just there could be situations where you're really needing to strive for progressive thinking versus obsessive thinking, and just being really objective. Because all this air could have you guys really fragmented mentally. So how do you cope with overthinking? Are you able to come up with new tactics? Are you able to come up with new ways to ground yourself? Because there could be 6 of Cups. The Aquarius season starts off emotional for a lot of you. There could be stuff going on with children. Some of you may be finding out that you have children. Or connecting with children, or just being in a really receptive place. Some of you just really are wanting love, wanting to be in a relationship, wanting to be someone's soulmate or have that soulmate kind of connection, but be careful what you wish for. Because that soulmate shit is not always forever, and it's usually here to teach you a lesson and leave. Everybody wants their soulmate, and it's just like, just be careful. You don't always get to keep your soulmate, and that's a harsh truth. And a lot of people, #seasons. Let me shout out to Alyssa. You don't have any Gemini placements, but I'm thinking of you, girl. Some people are here for seasons. And then some people are lifetime. Lifelong connections. And some people, thank you, Medea. Shout out to Tyler Perry for this lesson too. But like, some people are roots at the bottom of your tree of your life. Some people are branches, and some people have, come bearing fruit that fall away. And just make sure that you are really aware or just cognizant of trying not to force seasonal people into lifelong roles, or trying to force branches to be roots. You feel me? Deep breath. But first card out being 6 of Cups, it's time to get clear on how you're being receptive. What from the past, what lessons are you needing to learn? There could be just someone coming around from the past, or someone with heavy Scorpio placements, water placements, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, that you are having amorous feelings for, there are possibilities for true connectivity. I also feel like some of you, if this isn't a romantic or erotic, relationship or a spiritual connection, a lot of you are doing some inner child work. There's like a healing of the inner child. So 2 of Cups fell out, Knight of Swords, 9 of Cups, Temperance, and then the High Priestess sticker just knocked over. Be careful. We're gonna look at it. 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That was the perfect amount of cards that I wanted. 4 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So like I said, it's just like there's something about like Gemini. It's this weird thing where it's like there's a lot of shit that you really, really do need to think about, but you also need to be careful about overthinking. And I'm sorry that the duality of it sucks, fam. I'm so sorry. But there's a lot to think about, but you also, it's like, make sure you're thinking about the right things. Like it's important to really pay attention to who you're giving love to, because there could be the 6 of Cups, because look at this. I've never even seen this before. Gemini, this is just for you. In the 6 of Cups, this person is extending a cup to this, looks like a little girl, looks like a little boy, extending a cup, bending over, extending a cup to a little girl. So there, Gemini, there could be things with siblings also. You may be having new connections with your siblings, deep, intense conversations with your siblings, like radical changes in your relationships with your siblings, but also radical relationships or changes in your relationships with yourself. But what I noticed is the first card out is he's extending to this cup out, and she's not reaching out for it. She's like looking up, acknowledging him, acknowledging the receptivity, but she's not like reaching for it. In the 2 of Cups, this is one person with a cup, with a full cup, but another, well, actually we can't see the volume within the cups, but this is one person, but this card is representative of someone having a whole cup, being capable of filling their own cup, and therefore extending that cup to another who has the ability to fill their own cup and extend it to another in mutuality. So there could be something about like you guys reminiscing back when someone like really was about you versus someone who you're with now who may be like unsure or uncertain, or there could be comparison. You guys could just be comparing relationships, comparing lovers, or comparing loves that you've had in your life. Thinking about times when you should have given your cup and you didn't, or when someone extended a cup to you and you didn't reciprocate, or it wasn't mutual, versus how you want. Some of you are really wanting mutuality. Like love is on the mind, emotionality is on the mind. Like you're really feeling it. And this new full moon that's going to be happening in Leo on the 28th. Hold please. Full moon in Leo on the 28th. I was right. The full moon on the 28th, I feel like, is really going to be an eye opener, a heart opener for you guys. There's a shedding of ego. And I also feel like some of you with the Knight of Swords out, you're enforcing new rules or new boundaries in love. Some of you may be like rushing into something or rushing into a situation, like moving really fast. And that's what I'm saying. Just be careful, think shit through. And understand that you really have to be able to, wow, this is very like clear and concise. It's like you get the 9 of Cups before you get the 10 of Cups. You have to be able to satiate yourself, to satisfy yourself, to be whole within yourself before. And then Temperance, being able to see how she's pouring the 2 cups. There's something here about 2 cups, balance, the twins too. You guys are the 3rd house, but you guys are the twins. There is a lot of duality here. You guys may be having, some of you like, it's my twin flame, but I don't believe that. I mean, twin flame is a thing, but it's not like you don't end up with your twin flame either. Like twin flames usually, they fucking burn. Yeah. And you remember that shit, and you don't ever come out of a twin flame relationship the same person that you were, because that's the whole point of them being there. So fuck out of here with your love and light twin flame bullshit. That's not how it goes for the majority of people. I'm not sure where that, anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, but that could be something that's going on with you guys too in Aquarius season, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There's just this like outpour of like emotion or outpour of words, or like you're just really like going for it. You may be just really trying to drive a point home in your relationship, or drive a point home to yourself about love, about togetherness, about fulfillment. The end of Aquarius season, there's a lot of emotional inventory that's going to take place, and you really have the opportunity to make some progress, to really like do the emotional inventory and look back in the past and see how far you've come, see the progress that you've made, see, like, be satisfied with yourself, like, and in that satisfaction, finding a new way to provide balance and self-restraint. There's something here about self-restraint. Some of you, there could be definitely someone with heavy water sign placements, Scorpio, Pisces, or Sagittarius, or heavy air placements that you may, I mean, you are air, but you guys are really charging towards love, really charging towards trying to experience togetherness. And it doesn't have to be romantic love, though for a lot of you it is. But this feels like really trying to understand love in a different way. Maybe trying to go from like lovers to friends, or friends to lovers, or, you know, just new phases in relationships for some of you, possibly. But the 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck says, those of you that are in recovery, it's important for you to understand that you are in recovery. If your heart is still hurting, you don't need to be charging towards a relationship. It's really important that you are cultivating some sacred safe space for yourself. It's funny, my hands are doing this, and in the card that the Four of Swords, his hands are in prayer motion too, where it's just like, it's time to pray, it's time to figure out what you believe in, it's time to figure out who you are, it's time to heal yourself, it's time to give yourself rest, it's time to tune into your mental health, prioritize your mental health, prioritizing yourself versus a relationship. Some of you, there's someone around, or there could be issues within yourself as far as overindulgence or excess or substance abuse, overdoing it in some way. This is like overeating, over drinking, over smoking, overthinking, an imbalance of like spirituality versus your physical reality. There is a need to like blend and mix and meld things. Just like some alchemy in some area of your life is taking place. It's like where all this air is, for it to be, you know, Gemini, sun, moon, rising, mutable air in a fixed air season. This is a fuck ton of cups. This is a lot of emotionality, and you guys may be just as shocked by it as I am, where it's just like, whoa, feelings, hello, feelings. And then some of you are like, ooh, feelings. I do feel like some of you are experiencing true mutuality, and then some of you are just, it's like really time to enforce what you want in love. Stop settling. And the reason that some of you have spent so much time like starting over again is because it's like you haven't been able to just sit and chill and be with your fucking self, be with your thoughts. And that's no shade. I'm fucking Aries. All I do is do, and then I process shit years later. So I get it. But like, it's time for you guys to really sit still, is what this tells me. It's time to really sit still, to really pour into yourself, to really remove the excess, whatever is too much, minimalism, purging, detoxing, cleansing yourself, drinking more water for fucking sure. You guys need to be like walking around water bottle in hand all Aquarius season. High fucking drate. Cheers. Yes, be a slut for the water. It's just like, hydrate. All right, I love you. Let's get into it. All right, Gemini, let's get into it. I want to go ahead and start by clarifying the Six of Cups for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the remainder of, for Aquarius season 2021. Because this whole thing looks like harmony, balance, restoration, enforcement. Please clarify. And also there could be someone with heavy water sign placements that some of you may be in recovery from an upsetting situation with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Someone with those like heavy, those placements. Like those placements as a sun, moon, and rising. Let me focus, which it may be hard for you guys to do. Please clarify the Six of Cups. How does the Six of Cups energy manifest for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aquarius season 2021? My palms started sweating, so it's like maybe somebody's making you guys nervous, or you're nervous to do something. Ooh, wow, that's interesting. I mean, I guess I'll keep it. But what came out, or what flipped over, was Four of Wands, Page of Swords, Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords reversed. like I said, for some of you, this is some shit that is coming back from the past. It's like what's on your mind is something like a cycle. You've been doing this with this person for a while. It may be something that's on again, off again, or someone that you used to be with for an extended period of time. This wasn't like a short-term type of thing. But there could be issues. What's coming back? It's like information or conversations about the home, or there's confusion about the home. Like for some of you, like it's like you're asking questions that you already have the answer to, or like beating a dead horse. Some of you, like, there's information that comes in whilst partying, or there's conversations that happen about partying that you're confusing about or confused, or maybe at a party there's a conversation about like endings or like options, or there's something about enforcing boundaries, like what we're not going to do, what we are going to do. And for some of you, maybe this is about, let's say this is about a job, though I doubt it. It's just like some of you maybe there may be information or something going on about marketing, needing to everybody be sure that you're going to need to take the high road in your communications in Aquarius season, especially if there are things that you are confused about. I feel like you guys may have been putting yourself on the back burner by trying to maybe people please or tend to all the balls in the air, or this is like having so many things that you want to do but you don't know where to start. And it could be maybe somebody's like, I don't want to be a player no more. That could be a thing. And whether that's mutual, I don't know. But you want it to be. Please clarify the Two of Cups. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please clarify the Two of Cups. How can Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, how can they know it's real? Like versus what's just, you know, a fantasy, or the content versus the aesthetic. That's what this feels like. It's like some of you, there's someone that has like the content that you want in a person, like the contents of their heart and like your conversation and your connection, versus like the aesthetics. Some of you it's just like how it looks, how it is on the inside or on the outside, or the things that you guys should have in common, or like it's gonna manifest differently for all of you. But please, ooh, one card came out. The Moon. Interesting. I asked how you can know it's real, and it's just like illusion, instinct, following your gut, waiting for the illusions to pass. For some of you, this is definitely something to do with a Pisces or a Cancer. It's like there's new experiences or new connections in regards to a Pisces or a Cancer, and it's just important that you guys effectively communicate versus arguing. And effectively communicate really it talks about like there's something here about just really needing to effectively establish your boundaries. Like, this is what I'm okay with, this is what I'm not okay with, this is what I'm going to do, this is what we're not going to do. Please continue to clarify. One more card for Two of Cups. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm trying to know think of who I know as Gemini placement. But there's like, there may be illusions or mysteries or misunderstandings. Also, I do feel like there is something coming in with your mom. There may be a reconnection with your mom, or a memory coming in with your mother, or a maternal figure. Some of you are becoming mothers, or you're finding out someone is becoming a mother. Someone may be telling you, hey, you're going to be a mom or a dad, or you're having to have that conversation. You're going to be a grandma, a grandpa. And what came out after was a two of wands and a seven of pentacles. And whatever comes out or comes to the surface here, it's really important. Like, I feel like here, look, another instance of the two. There's so much duality here. Just your experience, you may be having a lot of synchronicity, a lot of like signs and wonders to pay attention to, a lot of duality and mirroring in your relationships. Like, these two people really facing each other, you really dealing with your instinct and the wild side of you versus the domesticated version of you. Some of you may be thinking about marriage, maybe thinking about like really taking the next step in your relationship. It's just like love on the brain. And whatever comes up or comes to light, it's going to put you, some of you may be having to travel to see your mom, or travel to see a Cancer or Pisces, or someone with heavy Cancer Pisces placements, or whatever comes up or comes to light. It looks like, yeah, bottom of the deck. For some of you, someone's fucking pregnant. Whatever it is, it's like you got to plan and get and make some life plans. You got to make some fucking plans, bro, and do some investing. Like, figure out what you are actually investing in. Some of you, it's like your seed has actually been planted. I feel like some of you are like, is this really my kid? And it's like, yeah. Like, yeah. Seeds planted for some of you. And for some of you, there are business opportunities coming business or opportunities that are to be invested in. Like, you may need to travel for some kind of business opportunity or work opportunity, or traveling for a gig or something in regards or with someone you love, or in traveling to do something that you love. So that could be something that's coming up. But there could be lots of arguing or harsh conversations. Just needs to really take your time, slow down, and communicate effectively. Please clarify the Knight of Swords. Please clarify the Knight of Swords. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I feel like someone's got to enforce the rules. Some of you may be defending yourself, or really needing to get over willful blindness, or get over like disbelief or denial, and invest, to get to work, commit. So that could be something that you're saying to someone. There could be just like arguments here with these cards, or needing to defend yourself, needing to really look at the reality of the situation and figuring out what you need to focus on. Some of you may be studying something, or needing to go back to school, or a mentor coming in, or someone with heavy Libra or Taurus placements that you're focusing on or investing in. Needing to work hard so that you aren't judged, possibly. Work hard so that you can impress someone, or impress someone's father, or impress someone's like mentor, possibly. Some of you are like needing to get over yourselves so that you can get to work and get focusing and become a master of your craft or your field or industry. And it comes by way of you really doing it alone, like you really going inward, and like this feels like growing up. And towards the end of Aquarius season, there could be that's what I'm saying, there's things from the past or things with kids coming up that are you're just needing to like recover from, or like what are you recovering from? What needs balance? There could be just art, creativity, healing coming in. Really just connecting with your guides, connecting with your angels, connecting with yourself. But with the way that she's pouring those cups, there's transmutation here. Maybe blending families, something of that nature. Moderation, removing excess, but needing to, some of you, there's something upsetting that could happen, or someone may be coming in trying to disrupt your peace. Like maybe you finally got over something, or you're finally settled and someone comes in and you're really needing to like find a middle road with them. Whatever it is, it's like at the end of Aquarius season, something will be requiring like balance and requiring your patience. And if you really take the high road, you have the opportunity to experience some real harmony, to like achieve equilibrium. Gemini equilibrium. That's what I'm calling the video. Because it's like you're bringing, of course. Because yeah, it's just like there's something happening. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles. At the end, some of you, that's what I'm saying. It's like, understand. I feel like some of you are feeling, there are opportunities for, it's like you need to focus on your finance because just it's important. And there are opportunities, you just need to get your money in line. There are opportunities where you guys could really just have unsettling situations and feeling maybe left behind. But look at that. It's just so important that you go inward, create a safe mental space for yourself and face your shadows so that you can really level up, get about your business, and get back to a really healthy place and feeling safe and secure within yourself. But it's time to find that equilibrium, and it's worth the investment and it's worth the time. But this is what is required of you. Get quiet, get still. I love you.